Be sure to go to flipsidegaming.com and use promo code 6 for 10% off on orders over $10. It's a good deal and helps support the show. What's up, Planeswalkers? Theurk 6 back with some more Magic the Gathering, and today we're going to go into the water. We're going to live there. We're going to die there. We're finally playing the Slinn Voda deck that I've been trying to get right for a while. It's historic. Deal with it. Essentially, we had to throw in Uros. I didn't want to. It was the last change I made, but I felt I literally had to in order to keep the deck afloat. Now, this deck essentially is a sea creature deck. Or apparently I mean, he's in the sea. That totally counts, right? I don't know. It's a sea creature deck that likes to get value off of Slinn Voda as well as Serpent of the Yawning Depths. It's meant to be a fun deck. 26 cards. It's meant to be a fun, historic deck. We'll see if that happens. We've got 4 Merfolk Branchwalker and 4 Jadelight Rangers. They're Merfolk, so they work really nicely with Slinn Voda. She won't bounce them. And we just essentially get to smoke our opponent relatively early, have some nice chump blockers, and some nice top of the deck manipulation, thanks to the Explorer. 4 Growth Spirals allow us to hopefully ramp to our frankly absurd high mana cost, because I would like to actually kick Slinn Voda. Don't tell her I said that. 4 Nadir Krakens. It's a Kraken that gets me some tentacles and makes it bigger. What's not to love? 3 Uro. Look, it's ramp, it gains me life, it draws me a card, and I don't have any innate recursion in this deck, so, like, I can just get it back pretty simply by exiling stuff out of my library, or out of my graveyard. Like, I hated to do it, but sometimes you have to do it. 3 Kioras. She is nice, because I do have a decent number of creatures that will trigger her, especially now that I have Uro, and we can just untap, get a little bit of ramp, we can untap things, give it pseudo vigilance, so definitely think she's alright. The character I hate, but the card's alright. 3 Sharktocrabs. Look, it's a fish octopus crab. There's no way I'm not putting this in this deck. I don't care if it's not the best. It's cool. It's a fish octopus crab, alright? 4 mana 4/4, not terrible. Adapt it, cool, becomes a 5/5, and we tap something down. We freeze it for a turn. 2 Mesmerizing Benthids, comes in with some illusion creatures which aren't actually octopi, which I think is annoying, but whatever. But essentially, it has hexproof as long as I have an illusion. The illusions can block, this can block. Sure. 2 Tatyovas. We are running 26 lands, so being able to, like, turn extra land top decks into, I don't know, anything else is pretty helpful. So that's why she's here. She also gains life, which is okay. 1 Serpent of the Yawning Depths. I actually love this card, like, the most, but Slinn Voda is, like, the reason I decided to make this deck, so I figured, I'm just gonna go ahead and have 1 Serpent. Our Krakens, Leviathans, Octopodes, and Serpents can't be blocked except by those things. It's a really good way to kill your opponent if you have, like, a Sharktocrab and a big Kraken. You just cast this, and you're like, oh, well, you thought you could block. No, you can't. Kiora Best the Sea God. We have 2 of those. 7 mana for an 8/8. Not bad. Next turn, you get to tap all your opponent's creatures. Probably going to be able to kill them amongst those 2 turns, right? Because you'll have that initial turn where their entire team is tapped. They'll not be able to untap those. They'll play maybe a couple here and there. Then we drop a Serpent. They can't block those, and they die. So hopefully that happens. And then, of course, we get to gain control of a permanent. This is what I like to call the fair treachery. We'll see if we lose to the unfair treachery. I hope we don't. And of course, 2 Slinn Vodas, 8 mana, 8/8. If it was kicked, so if it was a 10 mana 8/8, return all creatures to their owner's hands except for Merfolk, Krakens, Leviathans, Octopodes, and Serpents. Other than Uro, which we just put in, all of these are those things. So technically, it's like a Cyclonic Rift, except worse. But Cyclonic Rift is stupid. Slinn Voda, fun fact, that thing on her back, that is a Merfolk city. I believe that's the Merfolk city depicted here. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that Slinn Voda is a traveling Merfolk city. So that's why I chose this land. This land, I tried to find, like, the forest that had the most water in it. This was one of the better ones, so I was like, okay. And then, of course, we have these. There are some other cards that I considered, but obviously did not use. There are plenty of reasons for that. I'm not going to go into them in this video, because I don't care. We're in just normal play. We're not doing an event with this. We did play 2 practice games today. I've practiced with this deck a billion times, and it never worked out. But our first game was against Mardu Enchantments. They seem to flood out a little bit. And I had a decent curve of Branchwalker into Ranger, I think. And they just died. I cast a Kiora and they decided to Ixalan's Binding the Kiora when they could have bound the Jadelight Ranger, and it would have done them a lot better, but hindsight and all that. This hand is... It's not the best, but it's okay. A witching well. We call out to the beasts of the sea to come join us. This night is yours. For one day we will all be with you in the black and deep. One day we will all go into the water. So one thing I forgot to do right after I talked about the deck list is apparently the best way to get YouTube to like you. We're probably gonna lose to some degenerate shit. Artifacts are like always lead to degeneracy. Alright, sure, that's fine. Apparently the best way to do that, to appease the YouTube gods, is to have a call to action after your initial part of the video, but before the meat of it. So I would hope that if you do enjoy this video, or even just the deck, you think it's interesting, go ahead and oh, no. Okay. So this is probably Devotion. Another Sharktocrab? I don't need another Sharktocrab. I need to be playing a good deck. But yeah, like this video, subscribe, comment, all those stuff. Those things really do help. Oh, this is not what I thought it was.
Then a challenge you'll get.
It's worse. It's much, much worse.
Our actions determine the course of history.
Oh, it's Esper Artifacts. Cool. No, yeah. Mm-hmm. Sure. Powerstone Shard, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, yeah, absolutely. No, yeah, that's fine. No, yeah. My opponent has a lot of mana here. I'm expecting Karn to get something degenerate from the sideboard. Okay, or something worse is going to happen. Oh, right, Teferi Tezzeret is in this format. All right, and the second game was against Sultai Reanimator. I was so happy that my opponent was not playing Agent of Treachery. You have no idea. I did lose that game. It was incredibly close. Villas, they had Villas out, but I got them down to like 3 cards left in their graveyard, or left in their library, because they were milling themselves, because it was the self-mill Reanimator. Oh. I'm trying to clap not very loud. Opponent, you have my eternal respect. My absolute eternal respect for that. That said, I will be tapping that down, probably. I mean, I can attack. It's crew 4. Okay, yeah. So I'd like you to die. You to die. My opponent's probably not gonna care. I'm probably just gonna chump each. Is that legendary? It is, cool. That's fine. I'm gonna use Sharktocrab on the Parhelion. So I'm on 5 right now, and I start playing on 6. Not very sufficient. I'm liking this. My opponent. Some good shit. What was I talking about? Oh, right. Stop. I'm already dead. It was super close. Unfortunately, I just wasn't able to get them to lose the last cards. I had them tapped down with Kiora Best of Sea Gods, but what do I do with the highest converted mana? Tyler, if you are watching this, I need this list. It's a spicy meatball, and I absolutely love it. Is it good? I don't know. Okay, that's fine. It has to become a creature first.
There is great power in the things we make.
Yeah, no. Go away, please. Thank you for leaving me alone. I don't want to deal with any of that. I was waiting for the hexproof. All right. Most of the board was tapped down. Unfortunately, they played enough blockers, and I had like 4 creatures that I could attack with. Any of them hitting would have meant my opponent lost. They played a tome. They played the 3-mana 1/3 that draws a card in the Lich. Tomebound Lich, yeah. And they got a Chupacabra. They played the Chupacabra, killed one of my creatures. Then they Blood for Bones. The last one, all the rest of them were in the graveyard, which for what it's worth, they had only like 3 to 5 cards left in their library, so whatever. I think it was 3 at that point. So I expected them to have it. The Chupacabra to kill my other one. I now was at 2 creatures and they had 2 blockers. I no longer could win. So I looked away for a second. I'm gonna let my opponent kill me here because it's a cool deck. They have so many tokens. There was nothing I could do, dude. Yeah, I just didn't have an aggressive enough hand against a deck like this. This deck folds to aggro. Not mid-range. Not mid-range. You can't untap that. No, okay. Well, they might have the key. Not Voltaic key. What is it called? No, it's not Voltaic key. I don't know, some sort of key. But huge respect to my opponent. Oh, I'm just gonna die now, aren't I? Yes, so my opponent can cast a bunch of things. That's 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So, okay. I am currently at 15. I'm dead this turn. There's no doubt in my mind. Alright. I'm taking 16.
Ways to defeat you. Pick one. Hone your prowess.
Oh, opponent. Oh my god. I'm already dead. I'm at 3. Just make sure. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Yep. I am at 1. One more thing, baby. And I will be dead. I need to... No. Gameplay. Disable emotes. Back off. Fucking nice. Good game. Mad respect. It's fine if they might actually not see the emotes. They might have theirs off as well. But although at this point, just kill me. Meteor Golem, that's just not respectful. That's just rude. Just use Tezzeret. If they don't Tezzeret plus, I'm conceding. Like, I'm over here trying to be respectful, and you're just wanking yourself off. When someone lets you kill them, don't fart around. Just kill them. I regret saying nice now. This should strike fear into you. I didn't know that thing flew around. Probably because I have emotes disabled. He took my kindness for granted. I can't believe this. I can't believe you've done this. Anything interesting going on in Arena? Not really. Let's see. Daily deals. Yeah, there's like nothing interesting on the Arena subreddit right now. This hand's fine. This hand's fine. Come on, game designers. By the way, I chose this sleeve because it was the most sea monster like. Alright, so we're going against some sort of graveyard strategy. I was going to say almost certainly. It appears my opponent is playing the spores, the fungus, the saprolings. We're going to go ahead and chuck that in the graveyard. Next turn I'm playing Uro. So we'll hop up to 4 mana. You have my sheep herd. Like an island at some point. Yeah, sure, that's sufficient. So next turn if I draw a... Let's see. Sure. Next turn if I draw a land, then I can Growth Spiral into Sharktocrab. I might not make it that far. In my opinion, you should attack for 5. Yeah. Do I block? That is a question. Oh god, they could have fungal infection. Oh, that would be the worst blowout of all time. I'm gonna choose to not block. Draw land. Do it, you coward. Okay. 2. Next turn I can play Kiora, Best of the Sea God. Okay. 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 We're in this. Okay. Fucking knew it. I knew it. Okay. Should be fine. Don't like that, though. You have another fungal infection. Are you for real? Well, I'd still want to take something out. So this will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'll be down to 10. Yikes. Okay. Possibly no fungal infection. Cool. That is very good for me. Alright, I'm going to attempt to best the Sea God, and I'm going to attempt to steal their Slinn Voda at some point. The issue is, I need to survive. Okay, I need my opponent not to have land into Tendershoot Dryad. God, this was the days of Arena, man, when you could play Saprolings and stuff. Also, don't blow up my Kiora Best to See. Fuck off, man. Okay. That's really unfortunate. Am I just dead now? They attack with everything I block. Okay, they attacked with nothing? That is decent. Okay. 4, 8, 9. I have 9 mana. So I can Tatyova plus Uro. Gain some more life. Hopefully get another land down. Gain more life. Not a ton, but you know. Oh, baby, yes. This is what I needed. Okay. No text. Uro. And I guess Tatyova as well are my saving graces. This is why we put Uro in, baby! So we can gain life. Oh, okay. Okay. I won a game. With this deck, winning a game on camera, sufficient. Oh my god, it's Jason Bourne. Oh wait, no, what is it? Jesus Christ, that's Jason Bourne. We'll keep. We got Merfolk Branchwalker into a Growth Spiral. Temple of Epiphany, you say? This is historic, so I have no idea. I'm fine with either result. Yep, I'm fine with getting a land here. Going to Schmork with my 2-1. That's my opponent to play something larger. Wouldn't be surprised if we saw... Oh, self-mill? I assume this is gonna... Serpent's weird. My assumption was that this is, Oh, God, this is a combo deck. This is a combo deck. It has to be. I'm sure of it. So you're using a land that doesn't have a card style? Pfft, loser. Oh. Maybe it's... Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm convinced it's a combo deck. I think I'm gonna Sharktocrab? I just played a land, right? Turn 1, turn 2... Right, I did just play a land, right? Play that on turn 2, turn 3 I did that. And I put 1 in. Yeah. Yeah, okay, I did. So I think I'm just gonna Sharktocrab. Okay, them putting that many Thassa's Oracles in there hopefully is a blessing and not a curse. They only have one artifact, and it's Stone Cold Serpent, which unfortunately can't get tapped down by Sharktocrab. They kept that on top, which is always unnerving. I assume it might have been a land. Maybe not, who knows. Okay, and they're going to cast that for 3, which is not big enough for Sharktocrab to care. I can not block that, but, you know, it's whatevs. Okay, play this. Right. 2, 3, Sharktocrab. I'm gonna play this. I think I like Kiora here, but now I have a card that can block this and trade. Opponent has 5 cards left. In hand, sorry. 6 cards now. 5 mana. And I really have pretty much no idea what my opponent could be playing. Okay, just another Serpent. That is fine. 3, 6. We're going for 7. Right? 3, 6, 7. I have a big fuck off 8/8 now. And next turn, I can tap them down. That'll be 10, 16 damage. If I can tap all their nonsense down. And they can't do anything to my nonsense. Is there a multicolored board wipe that deals damage? I don't think so. I can think of Storm's Wrath, but... Just another Serpent. That's fine. Those get tapped down. Oh, and that's a snaky snake. It's not actually a serpent. So I'm going to... Yeah, okay, Ender's tapped. Play Kiora. Play Sharktocrab. Draw a card. Cool. Okay, then I have 3, 6... 7, 8, 9. Oh, I only have 9. I need to draw another land. No! Oh, okay. Okay. It's an Underworld... I knew it was a combo deck. Okay, you play Emery. Sure. Okay, the thing is, this is a Desperation play. And they don't have a lot of mana. And they don't have a ton of cards in the graveyard. So this should still be my game. My hair is all sorts of messed up. Well, there's Mox Amber. And, oh, is this just a different version of... essentially the Kethis combo deck? 2 cards. And this is 3 cards. Okay, so this isn't self-sufficient. It is now. So I believe we've lost. 1 turn away from victory. I believe we have lost. Because they can cast their Mox Amber. Exile. Oh, they only have the 1 Thassa thing in hand. So they'd have to exile 3 things? They're gonna exile that. So they can put Diligent Excavator into play. But that's not enough, because they have to exile the other Mox Opal. Or other Mox Amber. This should be a win for us. They just didn't have enough. We put them into a desperation play, and seemed like it was insufficient to get there. We beat the Underworld Breach combo deck. Yeah, I don't think there's anything that they can do. They go with the Diligent Excavator, but it's just not enough. Gonna go ahead and steal you. Yeah, and we won. We won 2 out of the 3 games. I've been trying to make this deck work for so long. Awesome. I guess I'll talk about the sideboard. Blink of an Eye. I thought I might need it for some of the help in staying alive, but frankly, Uro is just better. Thassa's Oracle, she's a nice merfolk, and she does do a decent job of like stopping early aggression, and we do have a decent number of blue pips. I just felt that she wouldn't do enough, because I felt I needed the growth spirals in order to ramp, and I felt that I needed the Branchwalkers essentially to do the same thing, and the Branchwalkers can be forms of aggression. So essentially I just didn't know how to fit Thassa's Oracle in. Yeah. Mire Triton, there was a point where this could have had black as well because we had Lockmare Serpent, but these were literally the only 2 cards, and they were not sufficient in my eyes. Like, they worked together decently, but I was just like, meh. Risen Reef. I was initially justifying this card because of the fact that it's literally from the deep, like it's a reef that rose out from the waves. But then I was like, it's cheating, right? It doesn't really count. Thassa, not really important in this deck, right? We get some of these as ETBs. That is it. We get this, which is not good. But that's like actually it. We don't really get to do anything with her bouncing, so. And then of course, Stonecoil Serpent is not a serpent. Why? Now, don't get me wrong. I understand it's a snake, and snake is another word for serpent. Or serpent's another word for snake. Whatever. They're kind of synonymous. But when serpents in the game mean something, why not call this something else? Stonecoil Rattler. Like, make it a type of snake. Stonecoil Boa. Stone. I know it's Stonecoil Serpent, and it has that nice S. I'm sure there's another thing that you could think of. I can't think of right now. Stonecoil Snake doesn't sound great, but still. Consistency, Wizards. I want consistency. I also want hounds to be reclassified as dogs. Or actually, I would like them to be reclassified as canids, and cats to be reclassified as felids, because you can have actual like weird panther, tiny like actual cats, and you can have I'm going to talk about this because dang it, I can. All right, let's include white. All right, we got actual feline domesticus cats. Then we have humanoid cats. Okay. Let's see. We have a lynx. Yes, that's a type of cat. We have a caracal, also a type of cat related to the lynx. Let me fucking... I'm sure we have bigger panther type things. I mean, this is a cat warrior, but still. We have an actual lion creature, right? Like, another actual lion creature. So if we're allowed to use all of Felidae under freaking cats, except hyenas. I think hyenas actually have their own creature type, which is weird. Like, the rest of Felidae is in there, but not hyenas. But then we have fucking hounds are different from wolves, are different from werewolves. For what it's worth, I think having werewolves are their separate thing. That's totally fine. Einok are actually hounds, I believe, which I'm good with because it's consistent. But the fact that foxes and wolves don't count when the equivalents do in cats makes me angry, because I am a dog person. I want to play with my dog tribal. Everyone's like, oh, I have cat tribal. I'm going to have hound tribal. We're going to go on a hunt and I'm going to have them sniff ducks and shit. No, hounds are a specific type of dog. Specifically, a type of breed of domestic dog. Dog, I'm using it right now to mean canid. It's bullcrap, all right? I want my canids to be together, dang it. And here's the thing. I would be fine. I would be absolutely fine if you still wanted to distinguish them. You know what you do? Instead of having freaking hound, right? You have canid hound. For what it's worth, this actually looks more like a hound than a lot of the dogs. And then you can have freaking Felid Leonin. Because this, for what it's worth, or whatever you want to use in a cat or Leonin, doesn't matter. Because this is not a cat. It's a Felid. But that is a humanoid creature, all right? It is not the same. This, canid hound. I don't know if there's any foxes right now. There is. Cool. Canid fox. Boom. There you go. Then you can still have, like, a smaller tribal, where it's just tribal for foxes, just tribal for wolves, and then you can have bigger ones, where it's tribal for all of them. Because when you play a cat lord, like the freaking... Stupid. Where's this goddamn sleeve? I can't wait for the 12 update so I don't have to go through all of its nonsense. And we have this bastard. This pumps your Johnny's Pride mate. It also pumps your freaking your lions. It doesn't make any sense because they're not the same cat. But if you, as soon as you have Immerwolf, oh no, you can only pump wolves and werewolves. Oh, because that's different. They're the same. They're the same. I'm sorry, I lost my cool. Thank you for watching. I'd like to thank my patrons. Once again, I apologize. If you've enjoyed this video, please don't run away screaming. Press that like button, add a subscription to your mana pool, cast a comment in the comment section down below about how you agree or disagree with my nonsensical ranting. Go ahead and pass the video to some of your friends. That helps a lot. I'm embarrassed. Bye-bye.